be showing you guys how to make a Nardo Wick and Southside type beat. What you can do to make dark melodies is by making it in a minor scale. So some scales I recommend are like C sharp minor, C minor, F sharp minor, G minor. And for the BPM, you want something between like 150 or 140 BPM. So to start off, the first melody I got here, a synth sound from X. So what I did was halftime effect rack, fruity compressor. So everyone put some EQ on there just to cut out the low ends on the melodies. When the 808 or bass plays, it's not going to be muddy sounding. Some sound goodizer on here just so it really hits through the mix. Some delay, reverb, maximus, and another EQ to make sure the 808 don't interfere. And this is what it sounds like before the mixing. So after the mixing, this is what it sounds like. Next thing we got is a piano sound from Nexus. Specifically, this is going to be a piano string sounds from Nexus 3, and I did a little bit mixing to it inside of VST. So when I make beats, I don't use music theory or know much of it, so using the scales really helps a lot. For the bass line, you can see it's really simple. Once I got my bass line, I just copy and paste it, then moved it 1 octave. This is the higher notes of the chords. Is this repetitive? So you don't want the top line melodies or melodies in general to be too crazy on these type of beats, because that's going to make it harder for anyone who's going to rap on it. So I made a counter melody right here, and I copy pasted it on each 2 bars, and it's just a repetitive rhythm. So I did a small little piano run in the beginning right here and over here, so in front of each 4 bars. So when you're making the melody, make sure they're in key and they sound good. And on mixing, this is what I did. A lot of parametric EQ this to make sure the low ends don't interfere. So make sure you don't cut off like too much of the low end, because that's going to make the melody sounds hollow. And whenever you're using halftime, you always want to pitch it up 1 octave. So I'll show you guys what it sounds like without the halftime. So that's really fast paced, but once I put halftime on here, so make sure you randomize your velocity. You could do that by clicking Alt R and also strumming your notes. So you can see here there's spaces in the front. How you do that is do an Alt S, and that's gonna make your piano sounds more realistic. Next thing I got is a string sound from Nexus 3. So for the piano sound, there's already a little bit of bass line playing with it, and I didn't want to copy it exactly, because just shifting down and moving around the scale is going to add some rhythm to it. Next thing, guys, I got a 1-shot ambient sound. When I did that, I put a little bit of Effectrix on there, Echo Boy, Crystallizer, Phase, Mistress, a little bit of Isotope, Vinyl, and Microshift. And this is what it sounds like without. It sounds dry, and with the mixing, this is what it sounds like. Next thing we got is the claps. Is this normal 8-bar trap pattern. Then we got some hi-hats on here. So for the hi-hats, you got to play around, because the hi-hats is really going to carry the balance of the beat. What I did for making the hi-hats, so I clicked the magnet, click none, and I'm making sure I'm not mixing up like too much triplets. You can see right here, it looks like I have a bunch of hi-hat patterns. So what I'm really doing is I'm making a 2-bar pattern, copying and pasting it over right here, and then I just switch it up a little bit on the next 2 bars. Because you can see right here, this is literally just almost the same copy and paste. I just switch up some sounds, and then on the last bar I just switch up the hi-hats so it's not too repetitive. Next we got some open hats. Cool thing to do with your hi-hat pattern is to do a slide. So you can do that by double clicking it and clicking the slide and portamento button, make sure they're on. After that we got some 808s. The subs are going to come in on the intro and the break of the beat. So in Southside beats you don't really find this much, but I like putting subs in my beat just so I can add my own twist to it. Make sure on like some of the drum sounds you pen it so not everything's in the middle, because next we got some snares. And on the end of the verse before the hook drops, I put a snare roll right here. For the drums, I'll show you guys. I don't really have any mixing at all, and I only had about 4 drum sounds. You want to keep the beat simple and not too crazy at all. So adding small details like that is going to make the beat more interesting. That's basically it for this beat, so make sure to check out the rest of the videos we got. One of the people I collab with, he hopped on this beat and used it for his EP, so I'll list it down below in the description, so make sure you go check that out. Comment down below what other type of beats you guys want to see, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And this is what the beat sounds like.